Mixtape here on kskqdjramo 89.5 FM Ashland, Oregon, 94.1 FM Medford, and Superline on kskq.org. It's the boy, it's the Don DJ Ramo. We are honored and humbled to have Xavier Wahlberg, bass player and vocalist of Upon Stone. What is up, brother?
Chillin', man. How you doing?
Dude, I am fucking good, man. This album was absolutely fucking awesome, dude. Anytime I listen to an album, I always give myself a couple of paragraphs for each song, and you know what I loved about this album the most is that I really did not know what to expect after listening to Paradise Failed. Like, I thought that track was awesome, but then when I got to the rest of the album, I was really fucking surprised, man. Like, I'm not saying that I thought that, like, it was going to be something else than what I thought, but, dude, one of the things that, like, I feel like a lot of music nowadays is lacking is, like a proper structure. And what I love so much the most about this entire album was how incredibly structured this was, dude. Whether it was like your verses and choruses into your solos, you guys had beautiful like clean sections, dude. Like not only do you have like a badass drummer that is just going 100 miles an hour throughout the whole album, but also, dude, you have some wicked ass guitar players, dude. And
they crush it.
And what's crazy listening to this, dude, is that like it has old school sounds, but the thing is, it has a lot of modern sounds too. So for me, like I could have said, like this album had a mixture of metalcore, like deathcore, black metal, thrash metal, and your vocals almost sounded hardcore to me. You know?
Like, oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing is, it's like, dude, like, especially with your opening track, Dead Mother Moon, it's like, dude, you're shredding right off the bat, but you have, like, these old school, like, almost metalcore type of riff vibes, but then your vocals, dude, is, like, it's super thrashy, but then, like, you know, right now and nowadays, it's, like, a lot of, like, the young 20-year-olds and early 30-year-olds, like, the hardcore scene is, like, has been really blowing up, so I've been listening to a lot of hardcore, and I was just like, dude, like, your vocals are mean as fuck, dude.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot. I wanted to keep it aggressive as possible, for sure, you know?
No, absolutely, dude. So one of the things I do in all my interviews, since this is our first interview ever, dude, I want to know when was the first moment, like, as a kid, that you knew you were going to be a metalhead, whether it was, like, somebody handed you an album, maybe you had, like, a guitar player in the family, or a bass player, dude, because it's, like, dude, like, this album was really fine-tuned, really badass, and we all have our metal story when we were inspired. What was your metal story growing up that made you make this position?
Yeah, so when I was 10, my mom got me a guitar, and my cousin for my birthday got me Dark Side of the Moon and the Black Album, and I loved both of those a lot for sure, but I fully enjoyed them, listened all the time, but it didn't fully click with me until middle school when Headbangers Ball was kind of the introduction to like so much stuff, and I just became like obsessed with that show, you know, like found out about so many things that I'm still hooked on today.
Dude, that's badass, dude. So when did you know that you were going to be a musician? So we got how you started out. You know, you got a guitar, you got those couple albums, but was there like a first show for you where you like went on stage and you were just like, you know, this is something I really want to pursue? Because I looked you guys up on YouTube, and you're always doing shows, you're always booking shows, and you seem very natural up there, dude. Like, when do you think was that first show for you, or first moment where you went from just being a casual metal fan, you know, playing your instrument to somebody who wants to get on stage and do it?
I had like an old punk band, like back in the day. We would just like book, or like old like punk like thrash metal bands and stuff like that. Like back in the day, we would book backyard shows all the time, and those were like for sure like some of the crazy shows, you know. Like, but yeah, I think around that point, like in my early teen years, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this for sure. And you know, eventually started a hardcore band, and then came back to doing a metal band.
Dude, that's pretty insane, dude. But you know what? Like, mixing in the punk and the hardcore, I can see how you can get this style, dude. Like, you know, we were talking about earlier, you know, like the incredible musicians and friends that you have in this band. like when I listen to this band, like I feel like I can hear like a whole lot of different styles. Did when you guys started working with Upon Stone, did you guys all have the general same idea of what you were trying to do as far as stylistically, or did you just kind of just work with everybody's strengths and use all sorts of different influences?
It's funny, like we all like right off the bat we're like we have to do a melodic death metal band, you know. But I think like naturally like some of our other influences like popped in there and stuff, you know, like Wyatt, our drummer, is like a big fan of like black metal and a lot of like neo folk stuff too. That's where like a lot of the acoustic stuff on the record comes from, like that kind of stuff. Ronnie is a huge fan of like power metal, same with Gage. So I think they both kind of added a lot more of that into the record as well, like especially like the solos. And yeah, there's definitely a lot more on this record. Like there's some like Blind Guardian and stuff like put in there.
No, that's sick. No, I totally agree, dude. And Nocturnalism, dude, like that song blew me away immediately. I know it was an instrumental, but also the same with was it The Lantern, right?
That's my favorite one on the record.
Yeah, dude. So, dude, like, so it's Nocturnalism, The Lantern, Dusk, Sang Fairest, and Dead Mother Moon are my favorites. I would say Dusk, Sang Fairest, and The Lantern are my absolute favorites. But the reason why they were also my favorites is that, dude, like I was talking at the beginning of the interview, how your songs have a lot of depth and a lot of structure.
Yeah.
So how do you guys decide which song you're going to release first as far as like a single? Because I know you did the first one with Brian Fair of Shadows Fall, which I absolutely fucking love. I'm 34, and when I was growing up in music, the metalcore era was like my favorite era of music growing up, and I worshipped Shadows Fall a lot. But how do you like I listen? There's so much diverseness on this album. Just to keep the answer short, it's like how do you choose which song to release as far as a single? And I know you did release Paradise Fell. What do you think you're going to release next?
Yeah, that's actually it's usually just like whatever one kind of sticks out the most, like we're recording and stuff too. You know, like Dead Mother Moon, like that one hit so hard when we're doing the pre-production. Like, even the pre-production of that sounded awesome. Yeah. So kind of right off the bat, we're like, this is awesome. Like this song, like we're all agreeing on super hard, and also like, you know, title track of the record. That's awesome. So yeah, it's just kind of whatever sticks out more. It's actually funny you mentioned The Lantern right after talking about everyone's like kind of like strengths and stuff, because that's like the most collaborative we've ever been on a song before. Like everyone wrote an equal amount of parts on that song, and I think it like really shows on that one.
Oh no, I totally agree, dude. In my paragraph, I have the word beautiful like 4 times, dude.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, that was actually one that like I think that's all of our favorite on that record, but it's like one of the longer songs, so we're like, maybe let's just kind of leave it as like, you know, like the album closer, and it fades out with that keyboard and stuff. So like, yeah, we don't need to make it a single, but that's like that could potentially be like a set closing song forever, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. Dude, like this album's so sick. I'm super excited I got it, dude. I'm gonna be listening to it a lot. I've been playing my music myself for 20 years, and I listen to a lot of albums and I do a lot of reviews, and you know I try to be honest. You know I don't want to kiss everybody's ass. You know, just because I feel like I'd be disrespectful of myself. Because I also do like a YouTube channel and I do like reactions and all that thing. And but dude, no, I was just really happy with how you guys structured this album. I feel like it's really important. You know, you made the songs long where they should be long. You kept the long short where they should be short. You know, because I know a lot of people, when they record a lot of songs, they try to stay within like that radio friendly threshold of like 3 minutes. And I feel like sometimes like you give somebody just barely enough like a taste, and like that's why I do like every song on this was awesome, dude. Like but The Lantern.
Thank you so much.
But The Lantern, I'd be totally with you saying that is my favorite for sure.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no, of course, dude. So, dude, you are in the SoCal metal scene, dude. You're playing a bunch of shows and everything. What has the reaction been like with the album so far? And like, when you guys book shows with other bands, like, where do you exactly fit in? I feel like you guys are almost like, I know you guys. You said melodic death metal, right? You were trying to go for it.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys can fit in anywhere, honestly, because you guys have that aggressiveness, almost like power trip type of style, where it's just like really aggressive. I feel like you guys can play hardcore festivals. I feel like you guys can play death metal festivals, dude. I feel like you guys can play thrash festivals.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because like there hasn't been like a lot of death metal bands like pop up in a while, especially like ones that like really reference like the '90s as like a sound, you know. But yeah, it's super hit or miss sometimes. Like playing like a proper death metal or thrash show and like it goes off hard all the time, you know. Like sometimes they'll kind of take a minute and it's like, oh, okay, like we're going for like that the Gates thing, yeah, and they start going off, you know. There's sometimes where it's like people have no clue what like dissection, applicates, and flames, any of that stuff is. And like if we play like a very hardcore show, it's kind of deer in the headlights sometimes, you know. Like it's just like, what is this? Like they don't hate it, and like we'll buy a shirt after and stuff and like ask about it, but yeah, there's been a good amount of times where people are just kind of like, well, I have no idea what's going on, you know. Which that's fun, that, you know. Like I could deal with that, people just watching it, you know, as long as they're like into it, you know.
Yeah, no, I like it, man, because I feel like with this type of album and your guys' type of sounds, I feel like it's easier. Like I like when you mentioned the whole like deer in the headlights thing, I could totally see that in the aspect where I see that as a compliment, because like for people it's easy for anybody to digest something they've heard before over and over, and when they haven't heard something over and over, then that's when they're digesting everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. A lot of the time it's like the first time we'll play somewhere, like some kids won't expect it, they're like, whoa, and then the next time we play there it goes off, and it's like they get it, you know, which that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's sick, dude. Did you guys have any plans to tour on this album, or maybe go out of the country and try to shoot for some festivals? Like what is your guys' arrangement right now as far as like promoting this album?
Yeah, I would love to go out of the country and do some fest. That'd be sick. We don't have anything out of the country lined up yet, but we're just lining up U.S. tours up until fall, pretty much. So we'll be announcing some stuff soon, and I'm very excited about that. We're trying to hit the road as much as possible.
Hell yeah, man. Well, save my number. I throw shows in Oregon, dude, and I run 2 festivals, so let me know. I might be able to shoot you.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, let's run it. I'm sick.
Dude, hell yeah, dude. Dude, this album is super sick. I'm super happy. I hope you guys come my way soon. Can I ask you a bunch of funny questions just for the last 5 or 6 minutes of the interview? All right. Sounds good. All right, dude. In a zombie apocalypse, if you could choose one weapon to destroy the zombie horde, what is that one weapon?
Ooh, that's good.
By the way, it can't be the Cure and it can't be a nuke.
Okay. Let's do, I don't know, man, Chainsaw sounds cool. Evil Dead looks dope, you know, so.
I like it. Alright, if you could choose your death, but it had to be by somebody in a horror movie, or even an anime, who would you choose to kill you and how would they do it?
Oh, wow. Let's go anime. I'll get sent to the Shadow Realm. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, I love it, dude. I love it. Yeah. Do you watch...
That counts, right?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Do you watch One Piece at all?
I don't know. A lot of my friends do. They love it. But I haven't really picked up too much.
Yeah, I watch One Piece, Demon Slayer, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. I'm kind of like the old school anime type of guy, but.
Hell yeah.
What is one band you think is underrated right now that deserves some attention that you know of? They could be locally, they could be regionally, or honestly, they could be a band that have already been out for a while but just don't get the recognition.
Underrated band. I'm gonna say Gates of Ishtar. If you're a fan of melodic death metal or even black metal, that's a band everyone should be listening to. Like, I don't know, everything they put out is dope. It was a huge influence on our record, and I always feel like they didn't get as much love as they should have, you know?
Yeah. No, okay. I don't know who they are, so I'm gonna check them out.
Very good stuff.
I like it. Who do you think right now is like the hottest band? Like as far as like I know there's like the old school bands from like the 80s and early 90s, but right now, killing it right now. Who do you think is a band that kind of impresses you, and you think like they're on fire?
Balmora from Connecticut.
Hell yeah! I know.
Have you heard them?
I'm almost 100%. I've heard of them. I actually have a bunch of friends that live in Connecticut, and my dad owns 2 restaurants in Connecticut, so I'm always in that area. I feel like I've seen that flyer come up before.
Yeah, they're awesome. They like totally nail the early 2000s, late 90s, just metalcore sound. Like when metalcore was still very, very like melodic death metal sounding.
Yep.
Like they nail that stuff. Like the metal parts sound very European, and then like the mosh parts are just like the hardest shit ever. So yeah, that's one of my favorites right now.
Dude, I like it. Let's see. Have you ever met any of your rock star heroes? And if you've met anybody in the music scene, who have made like a huge impact on you?
Yeah, I met for bass playing, a huge influence. Like one of my biggest influences, actually, I met Alex Webster from Cannibal Corpse one time, and that was awesome.
Nice. Did he know you played music and it was like in bands and stuff?
Nah, it was kind of quick. It was like at a festival, and like just like briefly said what's up, but I was still pretty stoked on it.
Nice. Okay, I like it. Have you heard of the band Lorna Shore?
I have. Yeah, they're great.
So a lot of people troll Lorna Shore right now, and just like saying like they're corny, and like they got really popular off something that like Lorna Shore's already done. Why do you think bands like Lorna Shore get a lot of crap, especially within the genre of their own scene?
I mean, I'm kind of like not too. I used to like love like a lot of like the early 2000s deathcore and stuff like that, but I haven't caught up with it for a while. I honestly didn't really know they were like they got any sort of like trolling or anything in their own scene. But I don't know. Everything I've heard from that band sounds crazy and heavy as shit.
Alright, I dig it. I dig it. What is the one genre of music that you listen to that is furthest away from Upon Stone?
I'm a big shoegaze fan, so like Slowdive is like one of my favorite bands of all time.
What type of style?
But I mean, also like, no, it's not even metal. That's like, that's just like 90s, like really pedal heavy, like indie music, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it. Dude, you've been working your ass off recording this album, getting your brand up, your band up, and everything for musicians out there inspiring to release music and just play music. What is one of the hardest lessons that you've had to learn that you could tell somebody, maybe some advice to get through?
I mean, just keep at it, man. Like, even like you're gonna have to play shows to like 2 people sometimes, you know, it sucks, but just keep doing it. Biggest advice I can give to like young people too is keep going to shows too, because there's definitely been some people that like, you know, they'll have a band and like the band can be good, but, like they won't go to shows or anything, and, like not support other bands and stuff, and like it shows, you know, like you can't just you gotta like give back as well. Keep going to shows. That's my best information I can give to people. Dude,
I love it. I love it, dude. Just to end the interview, coming back with Dead Mother Moon that came out via Century Media Records January 19th, dude. For everybody, dude, please go check out this record. Go check out all the music videos on YouTube. My favorite songs, The Lantern, Thus Sang Ferris, and Dead Mother Moon. This album just absolutely destroys. If you were to recommend one song on this album, I think I already kind of told me the answer earlier. To somebody who only has like 5 minutes, what would be the one song you'd recommend them listening to?
The Lantern, for sure. Number 2 would be the title track. I think that's probably my second favorite song on the record.
Then those are the 2 songs I'm going to play on the radio.
Sweet. There we go.
Yep, this interview will be airing tomorrow while we go live on FM, and then it will be on the YouTube channel.
Hell yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, Xavier, thank you so much for being on the show, dude. This album, like I said, absolutely recommend it to everybody. It was definitely a shell shock with the great structures, all the different influences in this album. Before I let you go, can you say this is Xavier Wahlberg from Upon Stone, and you are listening to the Metal Mixtape?
Sorry, what was that? Metal, let me write this all down.
What's up?
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time so I can write it down so I won't mess it up?
My radio station's called The Metal Mixtape.
The Metal Mixtape.
Yes, sir.
Alright, cool. This is Xavier with the Pawn Stone. You're listening to The Metal Mixtape.
Dude, Xavier, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great following up interview, and I wish you great success. And like I said, man, you can save my contact, and I believe you like some of my posts on Facebook. I throw heavy metal festivals, dude, and if you ever come to the Pacific Northwest, I could probably hook you up with somebody who can help you guys out.
Hell yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much for having me, man. This was awesome.
Dude, you're fucking awesome. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.
Hell yeah, you too. Later, bro.